Good timing, oh yes. Great timing. You lucky devil. This is worth 18 submarines. Come on, Mama, let the good times roll.
Smacking Steve. $30 definitely doesn't hit.
Nope.
Uh, 34, I'm assuming doesn't hit.
No, it will not.
Okay. Little ankle biters. Nothing. Okay. Steve.
Okay. So I'm gonna move here, and then here, which is probably gonna give me that one's gonna take an opportunity attack on me, I'm assuming.
Oh, you don't have isn't there not like a mobility feat or something you have?
I don't have that now. Even if I do have a mobility, even if I did, I would have to. Even if I did, I'd have to attack them first.
You didn't find room for that? 15 or more feats?
More to the idea of it's not doing what I was expecting, but I've that's what I have my high AC for. I'm basically repositioning myself over here next to cats, so I'm pretty sure this one will take an opportunity if you're going to have them.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, just a quick... Nah, it misses.
Okay. And then I'm going to cast... I'm going to cast Flame Strike right on top of this one that took the opportunity attack on me. Everything in a 10-foot radius around that one. Pull this back. Flame Strike. Call down a rain of divine fire that plummets from above, dealing 8d6 fire damage. And says that because it's infused with divine energy, creatures in the area only apply half of their usual fire resistance if they have any. Yeah. So. So many fucking twos out of that.
Wow.
So 25 fire damage to that one I cast it on, and everyone in 10 feet from it. So, which I think should include this one, and this one.
Also includes Cat.
I thought she would have gotten far out enough from that, just outside of that.
That's 10 feet.
Okay. Shit.
So how much damage you said?
25 fire damage. And that mark marks off one of my 5th level spells.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. It is a basic reflex save. Which my DC is 34.
Okay. Oh, I gotta worry about that one.
Yeah, I rolled like 5 2s on that and like 1 8.
Okay.
Kat, you might want to make a reflex save.
I might have a song.
It's like, wait
for
a second.
this. There once was a man named Salo.
Counter performance.
You're gonna counter
Are you
Steve's
gonna counter
performance?
my spell?
It sounds like that, but no. Your performance protect you and your allies. Roll a performance check for a type you know, and auditory if the trigger was auditory, or visual if it was visual. You and allies in the area can use better results between your performance check and saving throw. So I can do my performance check.
So basically, you get to roll 2 and pick
Pick the higher
which one works better for you.
Pretty much.
Okay,
It
gotcha,
sounds
gotcha.
like a counter, but it's just like,
Okay.
we're
I
gonna
got-
dance our way out of this. We gotta, what's that? What are those? Oh yeah, we gotta that Step It Up movie. Okay,
Step it up to the extreme.
so what's the save?
It's a
reflex.
reflex. DC target is 34.
I got a 25. Okay, that makes it anyway.
Okay, so you take half of 25 fire damage, which would be 12.
Yep.
Oops. That was my wallet. And that costs 2 of my actions, so that's my turn.
Okay.
Dusty, what was your character's name again? What do we call him? What?
Iden?
Iden? Iden, you're opening our flank up! You know,
Oh, shit.
I said when I was the one who rushed into this shit.
Oh, you want me to go like stand over there behind you?
Unless you're going to go invisible, the only reason I say that is because as long as people look at me, they can, you get the obscurity shit benefits.
Here's where things get fun.
Ooh.
So, the weird women that had the staffs,
Mm-hmm.
all 3 ripped their faces and skin off,
Okay.
revealing that they just have flames underneath,
Oh, okay.
and explode.
Oh, joy.
I think I'm over there.
So it's DC 26 reflex saves,
Okay.
Counter performance.
and there's 3 of them individually. Just saying.
Gotcha.
I'll just do a performance check and see.
What's the range on that?
20 feet.
Is it friendly fire enabled or what's that?
Yep. Dusty, you mistake them for all being friends.
You said it's 25 is the D?
26.
26. So basically, as long as I don't roll that's a nat 20 on that one. Not that it matters. But, yeah. And, yeah, so every single one of these is a critical. If that matters on these, but if not, then
I don't think it does.
I think critical goes from half to no, right? Like,
I have no idea. It all depends on what this ability says. Usually,
it's just a
usually I've
save
come
for an
across
AoE.
ones where it'll actually give the range. Sometimes, if it's just
This is just a
success,
26 basic reflex.
then yeah, I guess it would just be.
So I don't.
I mean,
Where's the book?
I realize my reflex is 25 and my performance is 26.
See, my reflex was 24, so I'm like, so as long as I don't roll ones, and even if I roll one, I succeed.
Was that
Ones
even
and
a...
20 Because again, ones and 20. I had to remember, there are no critical. There are no nat 1, nat 20 shit in this. So like, even if I rolled a 1, I succeeded. So how bad do they hurt?
Well, I'm waiting to see. Dusty's looking up if you guys take any
Oh.
damage from the crit successes, but I can roll up the other.
Usually when it's damage related, there's not really like a no damage. It's always usually like half or something. Like if it's
Half and don't take some
I was
other
like,
condition that happens with it or
Yeah.
something. Yeah.
And it's like if it's a critical success, I only see results with that if it's like based on like a condition like stun or poison. Like, oh, you're not stunned or poisoned like at all. Whatever the attempt was.
I mean, I haven't seen anything about it yet. I mean, I did see the part about criticals, and they work just the way we've said so far. But
So 39 damage from one of them. So you take half of 39.
So 8. No. 19.
Yeah, close enough.
Is that all in total?
No, that was
That
just
was just one of them.
now we're gonna know next time we see these ladies.
Take them out before they get close.
$38. So another 19.
Yep.
$34.
So 17.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's 55 total damage.
What's your HP normally?
My max HP is 218.
Okay. So
I've currently taken 74 damage.
Okay.
So almost half.
Probably a quarter.
Quarter.
And then that did end up killing this guy.
Or a third, I guess. Okay.
So the big guy with the club
He just
taken
got
out of that.
roasted.
So did
Those vases.
those vases. These two guys are what are their health pools? Okay, those two guys are looking okay. And each of the things that exploded are now just fiery forms, just pure fire.
Okay.
Oh, damn, so they didn't die. I was hoping they would just be dead.
That's kind of what I was hoping too. When you just said they explode. Oh, cool. They're blowing themselves up.
Yeah,
oh, fuck. They're still there. God damn it.
You noticed after the explosion that there's just this somewhat formed pillar of fire sort of just floating there, looking at you guys.
All right.
Dusty.
I'm torn because I want to summon more like swarms, but the swarms are far weaker than just single animals.
It's so much cooler for me to spit up 75 squirrels than it is for me to bring in one dragon, guys.
Right,
Trust
that's
me on
what I'm
this.
saying. Like, I know I can summon like a moose or a grizzly bear or a gorilla.
I knew I should have charged up.
But I'm
before we
like,
came here.
I could puke up centipedes though.
I got pee. You figure out whatever it is you're gonna summon.
He's trying to pull the typical anime thing of I need to throw out all of my weak shit first.
Right, I'm not trying to like go straight for the dragon because I feel like that'd be.
You can summon 4 of them. I'm
Not
gonna go
at
straight for the
once.
dragon.
Well, yeah, no, because I have to sustain each one. Like,
Yeah, I'm saying you have it 4 times rough in a day, roughly.
Oh, actually, that makes sense. Well, no, wait, no, I did that. It did die that time. Yeah, I did do that. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna start with. Unless he crushes me in one blow, that would suck. Maybe I should take it more seriously.
I mean, it's a big guy. You're a little guy. Fan. Just lay down on your bed if you want to lay down on your bed. Don't try and
He's
tear it
gotta fluff it up.
up. Mm-hmm.
What's summon animal heightened 5 as a
Oh,
level 5
please.
animal?
My booty itches. Yeah, he's been biting there. We've been trying to do anti-itch, but we gotta get him a vet appointment to get his allergy meds back.
Yeah. So I was scratching around here, and I noticed like some like fairly sizable bumps on him. Wasn't sure if they were like, intense bug bites or just irritation from him at times. Because it was like, oh yeah, right over here on his side, he's got some like fairly sizable lumps like in a cluster together.
Well, I think we're trying to get him a vet appointment next week because he needs to get his injury checked out, as well as he needs a re-up on his prescription for those allergy meds. So we've just been hitting him with the anti-itch thing and brushing him and trying to relieve some of it, but can only do so much.
So what are you summoning?
I puke up a pile of worms. This is a boar worm swarm. They're gonna like crawl over that dude's legs and shit.
Bore into his meaty legs.
Well, they do 3d6 of acid damage, but he gets a 22 DC reflex save.
Acid worms. Sure.
You're over here just puking up everything, and they're like, dude, you're like a bad college guy who's never learned how to drink.
Can't hold my boar worms. What can I say?
Apparently not. Can't hold your boar worms. Can't hold your roaches.
They weren't getting along.
Okay. And so it's 3 actions for you to do that. And you're putting them on the guy who's like right next to you?
Yeah.
Okay, and then you said it's a 30...
3d6 acid. He gets that reflex save.
And what's the save? DC?
22.
Oh, he only got 21. Okay.
Sweet. 6. 1.
So 7 damage.
Hang on. It was a
1.
8 acid damage.
Damn it, I got that max, and then I was like, woo! And they got 2 mins.
Oh, now you know how I feel with my flame strike.
That was wild. You're right, yeah.
Here I was, I was like, I'm just gonna call down fire. It's like, I called down, like, cinders.
Okay. Cat.
So stupid.
Play us a song. You're the piano man.
I will cast Hymn of Healing. Well, play. Do on Steve.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I don't have any spells to heal you.
You gain 16 fast healing. And let's see, when you cast the spell and the first time each round you sustain the spell, the target gains 16 temporary hit points, which lasts for one round.
Okay, so I gain temporary hit points.
You gain 16 fast healing and 16 temporary hit points.
Okay, so I heal 16 of my damage and I gain... Okay, gotcha, I gotcha.
The healing, the temporary hit points last for one round, so they're not really stacking like 16, 16, 16.
Yeah, no, yeah. Usually sources of temp hit points don't...
That'd be great if they did. It's just like, buffer!
Okay.
Just a massive shield.
And I've got 16 that just refreshes for the next 5 turns.
Oh, right.
What's that you said?
Sustained up to 4 rounds.
4 rounds, so up to 4.
So you have to spend an action each round sustaining.
2 actions, maybe. Two actions to cast this. Is it an action to sustain anything?
I think a sustain is a action that you take per turn. I have to sustain all my creatures, but usually they die in one round, so it's cool.
Yeah, to sustain a spell every turn is one spell action.
Okay.
Does that mean you can sustain up to 3 spells?
Unless the game has limits on sustaining. I would imagine most places would have a rule of you can only sustain 1 spell at a time, probably.
Yeah. For that action.
Then I'll just cast Cantrip Shield.
Hang on.
Ooh, shield.
And that's the end of my turn.
Well, actually, at least according to the folks on Reddit, because the rules for 2E, they are saying, yeah, you can.
Sustain 3 spells.
Yeah, but to sustain them is also to concentrate on them. So any spells that you attempt to sustain and you, say, get hit from an attack of opportunity by doing so, it will cancel that spell if you fail your sustain. Even if you already still had charge time.
Because you only roll 1 concentration check, and if you lose it, you lose all of the stuff you're sustaining, right?
No, you'd have to do multiple sustains, but what I'm saying is, to sustain, if you fail your sustain...
Mm-hmm.
If it gets disrupted, the spell ends immediately.
Right.
So say you have a spell that you have to sustain, and the spell lasts a minute, and you try to sustain it at 10 seconds in just to get that extra another 10 seconds. If you get disrupted, the whole spell's gone, even though you had 50 seconds left. Doesn't matter.
Wait a minute. Do I get attacked because I casted that spell? Is that how that works? Because I didn't even think about that.
Oh.
Because I wouldn't have just sat there and cast a spell if I knew I was going to take an opportunity. But I didn't even think about it until now. Nobody else said anything either. Shouldn't have said anything because now I'm going to get attacked. Is attack of opportunity a thing?
It is.
For spells in melee range?
A creature within your reach uses a manipulate action, a move action, or a ranged attack, or leaves the square.
Well, that doesn't sound like one of those. Because it wasn't a ranged attack.
Do you make gestures to use the action?
It's a good question, because I know I went out of my way to not have to do all the components of most spells.
Because if there's a movement component that does count as a manipulate action.
Mm.
Which spell was it again?
Yeah, it definitely has, like, it calls for all three.
Mm.
So. But I know I have eschew materials, so I don't need materials. Or wait, is that what it eschew materials?
Eschew. Yeah.
Eschew?
Then it just comes out of your gold, right? Whatever. He'll swing at you. 17 plus 21, so 38 to hit you when you do it? Or when you summon things?
I think that beats my AC.
Oh, if that's the case, also, Jake, as a point of clarification, this one, when I was next to it and did Flame Strike, should have hit me too.
That's fine.
All right.
They wouldn't have hit you.
No? Not good enough attack?
Well, you keep missing, like, they've only ever landed one attack on you, so...
When you rolled really fucking good for it, yeah, basically, but...
Okay, so, like, can I use a reaction? Or...
If you have a reaction that applies.
If he's reacting to me doing a spell.
Do you have a reaction ability that you're allowed to use for that?
Yeah, like I've got all kinds of reactions for like when I get hit.
Then I would say so, right?
As long as you still have action points left.
What's he hitting me with?
His goblet. So, melee.
I'll use the rebounding barrier reaction. The triggers you're hit by a physical strike. So I raise a reflective barrier, reducing the physical damage and rebounding it to my attacker. I gain resistance 10 against the physical damage type that he's attacking me with. And then he takes 5 damage of that type.
Okay. Then you take...
I guess just whatever you roll minus 10.
Yeah, so you take 20 damage.
Okay. And then he takes 5.
Yeah. I literally rolled 2 10s on 2d10 and he gets a plus 10.
Shit.
So I was like, oh, well.
Ouch. That explains the reaction there.
Yeah, rolled 2 d10s and they both rolled 10. I'm like, well, all right.
Ow, that sucks.
It's not a lot for, I guess, your guys' level, but it's...
Yeah, I have 188 hit points, so like I just lost 20, so now I'm down to...
Yeah.
I'm okay. And I negged 10, so like I feel like...
Yeah. And Kat, you just healed Steve, was all you did on your turn, or was that...
Yeah, 16 fast healing and 16 temporary hit points.
Okay.
Yep. Well, that's okay, because I was actually planning to do a healing thing my next turn too.
Chalice guys. So
Later.
Dusty,
This does.
he does do the spill line into trying to swing on you. So what's your...
And he ignores the boar worms. Alright.
He already took the damage for those, didn't he?
No, I mean, he doesn't want to like attack them.
Oh.
Okay. So wait, you're going to attack me now? 36. This is the DC. So
And what's
the
your will?
Oh, you're going for my will? Wait, are we doing this thing where you want like my will plus 10?
Yes.
Okay, so 36.
Okay. 36. 20. Okay, so yeah, that critically fails. So he doesn't spill wine on you, but he does swing at you.
Wait.
21 plus 14, so 35.
Nope. Yeah, 36. So.
Okay.
Just missed me. He was slipping on the worms.
Yep.
It's grossed out.
The other one.
Oh wait, I forgot if they do. If they give him like a sickness or something. Oh wait, yeah, he failed that save, right? Yeah, he becomes sickened 1, whatever that is.
Kat, how are you doing on health?
So
You're sick.
No, the chalice guy is sick.
Uh-huh.
He failed the reflex save or whatever. He's sickened 1.
Okay.
He's got worms.
Everybody give me a perception check.
Oh, that's terrible. 28.
$38.
I mean, mine's also 28.
Okay. So none of you fail. Good, because it's really hard to fail. So for a moment you hear something cutting through wind. And then a
Uh-oh.
what we have. How big is this thing?
I'll tell you what, my vial is empty and your battery's dead.
I was like, I gotta go to bed in 30 minutes.
If we become
I know.
best friends, we're just...
If there's any way I can export my thing to you, I can do that.
We've done it.
By our powers combined!
That's fantastic. Oh no, he's getting out more tokens.
That's why he was just asking himself,
I really do need to stop playing around.
So you hear something cutting through the wind, or like a sound, and then a very large fire drake slams down on top of this chalice guy.
Oh!
Takes a chunk out of him.
Oh my gosh.
Riding atop him is a giant woman.
It'd be funny if it was Karen.
That'd be even better.
With his boat on top.
Yeah.
It's
He's riding a boat, riding a dragon.
It's a very large armored woman who... The dragon itself that slams down is covered in blades and arrows.
Oh.
Just stuck into it.
Okay.
After it lands on that guy, and well, he's nothing now as it's chomping down on him.
He is paste and lunch.
The woman steps off of the dragon and rips a sword out of its back.
Cool.
The dragon is her sheath.
And ride. And that's
Good
where
old
we're...
pincushion.
Good,
yeah.
That's pretty much where we're going to end things. That guy's dead. The pillars of fire, they, as soon as she lands, just...
like, nah.
I more had to imagine like when it came down, like the big gust just kind of blew them out or something.
No. They sustained through the gust and then immediately just like flew off.
It's like, oh no.
You have a nice day.
Yeah, you have a nice day, sir.
Okay.
We don't put